feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Hey guys, Nick here. This is an emergency recording that we have to do because we just got hit with a bombshell yesterday. We wanted to wait a little bit just to, not go over the edge because releases happen. It's WWE. These weren't going to go away once Vince was gone. This is a yearly spring cleaning, and Jerry, I was going to ask you how you're doing, but obviously not great with these releases. This is crazy here.
What is going on? I mean, what is going on, WWE? What the hell are you doing?
Let's just start off with this before we get into the list of names. Why the hell would they release all these guys an hour before SmackDown?
Yeah, that's great. They start, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Like, this is not good news that you want to have going out before a show starts.
Yeah, and I get, like, Friday, when there's the bad news that happens, in any type of industry, it's always on a Friday. But
yeah,
if we're going to do all these releases, why do it a few hours before SmackDown?
Yeah, you do that earlier in the day, earlier in the morning.
Or after SmackDown.
Or even after. But
think about that locker room after they were dealt with the bad news.
Oh, the morale in there was trash last night. I guarantee it.
Like, I don't understand why they would do this an hour or however long it was before SmackDown.
I think it was like a couple hours before SmackDown, but it's not right, Nick. I mean, you definitely don't, because I can guarantee you last night there was so much talking going on in that locker room. It was probably over the edge. I mean, that's probably how bad it was.
It probably, and here's another thing I gotta say as well. For TKO and for WWE to always brag about their profitability and, oh, look how many tickets we sold. Look how much money we made in this. And even WWE back in the way, they used to do this too. Like, oh, look at how much money we made. And you brag about that, yet you do these spring cleanings for budget cuts. Like, look,
These ain't like just like little release. This is like a mass release that they're doing every year.
Yeah, and here's the I get releases are going to happen. I mean, you can't put too much. You got to trim the fat somehow. But if you're going to call these budget cuts and you're making all this money and all this profitability, and you mean to tell me that you're just going to do all these releases now after you just bragged about your money and how much profitability you make? Because you didn't need to do this.
No, and let's be honest, some of these names on this list were really, really surprising.
Very surprising. And I just got to throw those two things out before we get into this list. A total of 23 names were released here. And I'm going to go ahead and start with, you know what? Let's start alphabetically. Alba Fire was gone. I'll start off here. She was done the moment that Isla Dawn got cut. The moment that happened, she was done. I mean, you had nothing else for her to do. And people ask me, but she was a part of Chelsea Green's faction. It was getting over.
Yeah.
Two problems with that. You want to know what the two problems was? The original plan was for Bea Priestley, Blair Davenport, to be in the spot Alba Fire got. And number two, Piper Niven's out. And apparently there's rumors that it might be a career-threatening injury.
Yeah, definitely.
And they were a part of the garbage women's tag division, which, by the way, they shouldn't even have a tag division. So those two things happening, and with all this budget cuts happening, that name doesn't surprise me. But, man, what a waste of, the Unholy Trinity was great. That was one of the few good women's tag teams that were great.
Definitely.
And Alba Fire's name being mentioned on here, I mean, I don't know what else there really is to say.
I mean, I went over WrestleMania weekend when I seen Alba Fire wrestling at WWE World. I was thinking to myself, this don't look too good with her, because she had a match over WrestleMania weekend, but it was at WWE World. It was streamed on YouTube, but I was just thinking then when I was watching, I was like, man, she might not be around. She might not make it through spring cleaning this year. That's what my personal thoughts was at the time.
Yeah, and it just as for where I think she there's really not much else to really say about Alba Fire. This isn't a big shocker to me. If there was a name that was going to be on there, she was on there. But I think she goes, her uniting with Isla Dawn would be the right play for her, whether it's in Ring of Honor or AEW, which I think Dawn's working mainly Ring of Honor shows. Maybe you could pair those two there. I could see her doing independent circuits. She would do fine there. She's not going to be hurting for work.
No, definitely. Alba Fire, she's a great worker. Great.
Yeah, very great. And you know what? Let's just get into it now since we're going into alphabetical order. Aleister Black.
What the hell is going on, guys?
And you know what? We'll group Zelina Vega into this. First off, Zelina Vega doesn't shock me because let's be real, Zelina Vega. I mean,
she fell off. It was like her U.S. title run. That was
terrible.
That was one of the worst ones I've seen.
Honestly, I was surprised they brought her back after she tweeted out that she supported unionization years ago. And remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they brought her back. Look, no offense to Zelina. I think she's great. I think the biggest
she's a great talent.
I think the biggest mistake they ever made was not leaving her as a manager because she was great in the Black and Gold era when Andrade was. I mean, Andrade's still great now, but this was during the Black and Gold era. She saved Andrade's career being her manager. Because
and you know, another thing with this Aleister Black, and you know, we was talking about, you know, they definitely just were copy and pasting Karrion Kross's to, you know, I mean, that's what they were.
Yeah, Kross and Scarlett, they basically copy it and paste their gimmick together.
Yeah, 100%.
And here's the thing that also bugs me. It's almost the 1 year anniversary Aleister returned to WWE. He barely lasted a year back.
Barely.
And here's the thing that's crazy. Apparently the original plan, this is rumors, was for Aleister Black to be named as the guy that Randy Orton was speaking with on the phone.
And I felt that would have made more sense. They had a little storyline, you know, that would
not only that, but if you go back to all those segments that Randy had, you know who was in the background in all of those segments? Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. So I absolutely believe these are. How do they go from, let's make him be the Randy Orton call to, nah, we're done here. Goodbye.
Manuel, that's who.
Probably. I mean, here's another thing that not a lot of people are talking about. I think Aleister's back is in really bad shape because he definitely
he does look stiff, doesn't he?
He like. I don't know the man's medical issues, but if you take a look at the guy's work, and I saw this with AEW because AEW barely used him in singles, I think his back is way worse than what he's saying it is.
I definitely can agree with that because he definitely does stiff work all the time. He looks stiff in the ring sometimes.
Very. And another thing, too, with Aleister, his return was so big. I'm surprised they didn't do much with him because he barely did anything in his 1 year back.
Hardly anything.
And the worst part,
his biggest match was the Last Man Standing versus Damian Priest.
Yeah, and that's the one where Zelina turned on Damian. It turned out that it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even know where Aleister goes from here because there was a rumor that apparently like he left on bad terms with AEW. I don't know that for a fact. This was just rumors out there. They didn't want a job to certain people. I don't know if he's going to go to AEW. If I were him and Zelina, maybe TNA would be the play. But
yeah, maybe. But I don't know. With WWE and TNA being like that, you think that could work?
I don't know. But I'm just. I'm
going to tell you this. I'm really shocked because Aleister Black, I thought he was making noise. And, you know what I mean? He was in the mid-card scene, like, a lot. They used him all the time on SmackDown. And then all of a sudden, we're done with you. Like I don't understand that. I don't
understand it either. And I really hope whatever they do next, they succeed. Because Aleister, he was great in that dude was, like, he could have been the next Undertaker for this generation.
100%. He could have definitely been a main event player for years to come if they would have booked him right.
I don't know if I got to speak to him one day, which that's never going to happen, obviously. I mean, if I ever did, I would legitimately ask him, is there something going on with your back? Because if you watch the guy and you notice like things in the ring, you could tell something's up with his back.
Yeah, you could tell something's bothering him.
It's why I wasn't a fan of when the Giants took that tackle with the 10th pick, Francisco Mayagoya. Oh. If you see that man walking in to go out and get that, you could tell that guy was leaning to the left.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, health injuries can really like dictate what your career does, but you always got to take care of your health first. And if he really is having back issues, maybe take care of that before you come back to wrestling.
Yeah, and because back injuries are no joke.
No joke at all.
I really don't know where they go from here, to be honest with you. I still think if I were them, TNA is the play. If the AEW, like him leaving on bad terms.
What about Ring of Honor? Could you think they could do a stint in Ring of Honor?
I don't know. That it depends on how the relationship between the two of them
and
is.
Then what's the other one? GCW, ain't that?
GCW would be an interesting play. I could see that happening. Maybe CMLL if they want to go that route. I don't know, but I don't think AEW is locked. I really don't. My advice to WWE. My advice to WWE: just make sure the 90-day no compete is in his contract this time. After they messed it up the last time they released him.
100%.
You remember that? Like how he debuted in AEW so quickly was because they forgot to roll over his 90-day no compete.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Because he was in AEW like that.
Yeah, because they messed up on the contract.
Yeah.
Crazy. Next up on the list, Andre Chase from NXT. That one doesn't surprise. I mean, once Chase University ended, he was done.
And that really, I mean, how long did that Chase University gimmick last?
Way too long. And
longer than it should have, right?
It was also never going to translate well into the main roster.
Heck no. I mean, you got to think back to Spirit
the
Squad.
only 100%. The only good part of that faction was Thea Hall because she was the only one that had potential in there. And the crazy part is too, the whole thing got ended because of Ridge Holland, and he's not even there with the company. Oh my god. Yeah, Andre Chase doesn't surprise me. I wish him nothing but the best. He seems like a chill guy, but yeah, no surprise there.
No surprise at all.
Apollo Crews finally hit the call. JTG 2.0 of how he kept dodging all those releases, because I'm not joking, before today, I thought he was released like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it surprised me that he was still on the roster when I see it. I was like, man, Apollo Crews still wrestles for these guys? What?
Dude, I can't remember a single thing he did on the main roster. I really did. So I went on to Bing, and I remembered that awful Nigerian royalty gimmick that he had, where he won the Intercontinental.
Oh,
it was so bad. That was so bad.
He was like not cool.
Like he was a part of Nigerian royalty, and he had like Daba Kato or Commander Aziz or whatever his name is on his side. I'm like, oh my god, this is stupid.
That was definitely not it, brother.
I loved him. He had potential during the black and gold era of NXT, but it's like when I saw that, I'm like, yeah. He's a charisma vacuum as well. Like he has no charisma.
Yeah, he sucks the charisma out of his opponent too.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. Remember when he was a part of like the Titus Catering group in like the mid 2010s or whatever? Well, I'm like, oh. You know what would have been perfect for him? I mean, he I think it was like 235, if I remember correctly. I really wish they put him on 205 Live when 205 Live was like starting and on Raw and the cruiserweight division. I think if you had Apollo Crews there, maybe there could have been a boost there, but
he might have thrived there. Who knows? I wish they still would do the 205 Live, man. I like
205 Live sucked. 205 Live sucked. Stop it. Stop being a shill. Stop being a shill. The cruiserweight division was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
I loved them. I like high flying though. That's probably because I'm a big guy and I can't do it. That's probably why.
All right, but yeah, Apollo Crews doesn't shock me. I thought he was released 5 years ago. Something interesting I did find out. I don't think he was released earlier because he had a pec injury. Like he tore his pec. So probably would have been on the cut list a few years ago, but he had like a torn pec. So
he was on the shelf anyway.
That torn pec basically saved his job status.
Oh, Lord.
Other names I want to as well mention, Chris Island, who?
Who's
Dante
that?
Dante Chen, who?
I don't know who that is either, but okay.
Malik Blade, who?
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Trill London, who?
What was he on, Evolve or something?
Maybe, I don't know. Tyra May Steele, who?
Huh?
I don't know who that is. Tyreek Igwe, who?
They work in catering?
Probably LFG, probably in NXT and LFG. I don't know, maybe. Tyson DuPont, who?
That's definitely catering.
Okay. All right, yeah. Jesus. Luca Carficiano, I do want to mention he was a part of the Don faction with Tony D'Angelo. Here, this sentence pretty much clears it up. When you're demoted from NXT to LFG, you're done.
It's game over.
It's game over. Sierra Linton, who?
Like these names are like I don't even know what their faces look like.
Well, you'll know these faces because they were bugging us for a while. The Wyatt Six, everybody on that faction.
They
Bo
cut them
Dallas,
off.
Dexter Loomis is gone. Eric Rowan is gone. Joe Gacy's gone. Nikki Cross is gone. All members of the Wyatt Six are gone. What a complete waste of time that feud with the MFTs was on SmackDown. The horrendous story there, and then they get released.
Go through all that with that damn lantern and all
for nothing.
For nothing. I mean, literally just to be cut after it was all said and done. I mean, what the hell?
Their debut was phenomenal, by the way.
It was a good debut.
And it was all downhill from there. Like
it literally just shot straight down for real.
They feuded with Chad Gable and the American Made faction, and I'm not even joking. What else did they do after that? I can't remember. Go to Bing real quick for me.
Let me go see what they did.
Go to Bing real quick for me while I keep going with this, because these guys, I think the crazy part about these releases, they released SmackDown tag teams. Does SmackDown even have a tag team division anymore? Because I don't know what they do with these releases. We'll get to another group later, but I can't remember a single thing they did after the American Made feud. Was it against the Final Testament they had a feud with? I think it was against the Final Testament, if I remember correctly.
I think that's who it was.
But that was awful. And once they finished feuding with them, they got released. I seriously don't remember a single thing they really did except for the debut, which was great, and the tag team. And they had no idea what the hell they were doing with this faction, and it was obvious. I do want to go through.
I just think that I don't think Uncle Howdy, because Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt had just started that with Uncle Howdy, that storyline right before he died, and I think that's the reason the Wyatt Six. I don't think it would never live up to what Bray Wyatt had already done with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest issue with that.
Yeah. One of the greatest what ifs we're ever going to talk about during the 20.
Yeah, the Wyatt Six, they never could evolve past the supernatural. I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, that's another problem. That's why it was. You saw the Undertaker evolving when he was the American Badass.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying.
Kane was evolving.
They
with
always
his
stayed
gimmicks.
in Bray Wyatt's shadow. That's another thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
always being in that shadow of him.
That's why you got to be extra careful with these supernatural gimmicks in WWE, and it doesn't shock me. I mean, going through the list of names in the Wyatt Six, Bo Dallas once Bo Dallas was gone, you knew everyone was gone. Nikki Cross, when was the last time she wrestled? I can't remember. Was it 2024?
I'm about to go look that up.
Go look that up for me, because I cannot remember a single time Nikki Cross had wrestled in 2024. I think she last wrestled a match between American Made, was it? I think it was like a tag team of the Wyatt Six and
I'm doing it right now.
against American Made, the entire American Made faction and Ivy Nile. I think that's the last match I can remember of Nikki Cross.
Her final televised match was September 9th, as part of the 4-on-4 street fight. She was a part of that versus American Made on Raw.
In what year?
2024.
My point is, I mean, oh my God. How do you have Nikki Cross on your roster for that amount of time and you let her go?
2 years and you don't do nothing with her.
And I love Nikki Cross too, by the way. She was great.
She's a great in-ring talent.
I mean, the whole superstar gimmick was bollocks, but the only reason why she created that was just because she wanted to get on the TV.
Exactly.
And there's some awesome stories about Nikki Cross, like during the pandemic, her feeding the people there, her helping others be behind the scenes.
Oh, she's very caring and generous. She is very caring and generous woman, dude. She cares for people extremely well.
Yeah, she does. And I don't know what I know she's got a PhD in, what was it, history, if I remember correctly. I know she got her PhD not too long ago. We'll see if she continues her career. I'm going to lean towards maybe. I could see her doing indies with Big Damo, Killian Dane, because both of them are married. Could I see her in the women's division?
She hasn't got her PhD yet. She's currently working towards a PhD with an expected completion date around 2029.
Okay, thank you for the fact check.
No problem.
I could see her once she gets her PhD, maybe moving beyond wrestling. I don't know what she's gonna do next, but whatever she does, I respect her. I love Nikki Cross.
Oh yeah. She could go into politics. She just got a master's in history.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe, but yeah, we're not going to get political on here. Let's not do that. I'm already in hot water right now, so I don't want to get into further.
Yeah, I get in the corner dang near every show, so you know what I'm saying. I know how you feel, brother.
And in every recording. Yeah, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy. I was very disappointed with how Joe Gacy. I thought this gimmick was going to get Joe Gacy to the next level, and they did nothing with them. Dexter Lumis had a great look, but I think Dexter Lumis and Indy Hartwell reuniting on the Indies or in TNA would be the play for me. Joe Gacy, I think GCW or in the CZW market would be a great play for him.
Yeah, I like that.
Eric Rowan. Independence, maybe. I could see him maybe going to AEW for, like, if they want to induct Brody Lee into the Hall of Fame, or maybe if they want to have him, I could see him working with Brody Lee Jr. in the independent scene too.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Him and Brody Lee Jr. working together. I could see.
Why not? Why not? I think it would be perfect.
It could work.
It could work. Why not?
Heck yeah, go for it.
He won't be hurting, and this won't be the last time we'll see Eric Rowan in WWE. I think that once they induct the Wyatt family in, or they do something, I think he'll be in the Hall of Fame with the Wyatt family or Bray Wyatt. I don't know, but I could see that happening. Bo Dallas is an interesting one. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with it, or if he's gonna be finished with wrestling as a whole. I mean, I know his dad, Mike Rotunda, is dealing with health issues, IRS. Yeah. Maybe
it's going to be very interesting to see where Bo Dallas goes from here.
Yeah, and I loved Bo Dallas during his run as NXT champion, and he did that gimmick just to honor his brother. It sucks how bad the booking was and how it killed the Wyatt Six.
It definitely killed it.
One of the biggest what ifs, in my opinion, is what if Bray Wyatt never died? What would this faction look like? Would it succeed? I don't know.
I think it would have took off. I think Bray Wyatt was on the trajectory to where he was going to be the biggest thing in WWE. I really thought that.
He could have if Vince didn't do that Hell in a Cell match.
Well, yeah.
Next up on the list I want to mention, and this one I don't know what to say here, because this is disgraceful. This is dysfunctional, and this royally angered me. Kairi Sane.
And that's all I can do is shake my head because I mean, how they let this fail. I mean, Kyrie Zane is such an incredible, and I mean incredible in-ring talent, and the feud and storyline she was doing with Io Sky and Asuka, and all that build, and to just release her and leave that, like, what the hell, WWE? It is disgraceful how you done her.
Now, honestly, I don't want to see Asuka and Io have that match anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I've lost all interest in it, bro.
I've lost all interest in it. And the thing that now look, Kairi Sane was sloppy on her second return. I mean, there were moments of her, missing spots, bad botches, but she was rusty in the ring. She was injured for a little bit, but you had a story where Kairi Sane could have easily been a babyface turning on Asuka. And you just flush all that development down the toilet. Now this makes sense why that match wasn't at WrestleMania, by the way.
Yep.
Because I never understood why Io Sky versus Asuka wasn't at WrestleMania.
Yeah, because that should have definitely been on the WrestleMania card on one of the nights, but they didn't do it. But now this explains it.
Well done. Good job, WWE. I wish her nothing but the best. I could see her going back to Stardom in New Japan. Those would be great places.
That's definitely where I see her going.
I could see her going to AEW if she chooses. But if I were her, New Japan and Stardom would be the play. Or Marigold if you want to go to Marigold. But I wouldn't go to Marigold. I would rather go to Stardom and New Japan if I was her.
Yeah, because she's big out there in Stardom and New Japan.
Very big. Very big.
What I thought.
I could see her in AEW, but if I were her, definitely would go to either New Japan or Stardom.
But I just want to say, like, how can you just throw that story down the drain? Like, how could you do that, WWE? You was building so much. And I mean, literally for a while now, we have seen Io Sky, Asuka, and Kairi Sane in some sort of thing on Raw or SmackDown almost every week. And now you just flush it down the toilet.
Yeah. I really don't know what the heck to say. And I don't know what's worse, that or Zelina Vega going out there basically saying, "Oh, I wanted to tell myself that I was released. You shouldn't report about my release, Sean Ross. Stop it. He's doing his job. Stop it."
Exactly. He's paid to do. He is paid to report on things like that.
Yeah. Oh, but I want you to wait so I could get my statement out first before you do your report. Be quiet. Yeah, Zelina, I love you, but like. Stop it. Come on. Can't do that.
Yeah, that's just too much right there, Zelina. Come on now.
Yep. The Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin were released. Man, they love them tag teams on SmackDown, do they?
I mean, does WWE just not like good in-ring talent or something? Is that what this is?
Here, they were. I think the only reason they joined WWE was because they got an opportunity. They've been around the Indies, TNA, AEW, and all that. And I think they signed them just to get them away from AEW. And they gave them a brief one. They won the championships, and besides that, they were just another team. And of course, they don't care about the tag team division on both sides, men's and women's.
No, because they barely put any thought or effort into the storylines anymore.
Yep, Alex Shelley is amazing too. Like how you waste
great in-ring talent.
And I love Chris Sabin too, but Alex Shelley is phenomenal.
He's a monster in that ring.
They'll easily get work again, whether it's with AEW, easy. TNA, Japan, CMLL. They'll get.
I would like to see him go back to TNA, man. I love Motor City Machine Guns.
I do too. I think that they're on speed dial with Tony Khan. Once the 90 days hit, I think they'll go right back to AEW. They would be perfect there.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And we got a few more names here. I think we got two more left on the list. I'm going to group these two together because these are really similar. Santos Escobar and Zoe Starks are gone. Wasn't there a bidding war for Santos Escobar?
I thought there was, yeah.
And you released him not months ago. Here's the thing that royally pisses me off about these two releases. They're both injured.
Yeah.
They got hurt in your ring. And people are like, oh, but Santos Escobar got injured in AAA. They're owned by a majority of WWE. And that royally sucks that he got released because he's going to go in for another surgery. I think it was his triceps that he's getting another surgery in. But yeah, that sucks for Santos. We might not even see him wrestle until 2027.
All right, here's a little fact check on that. Based on reports from October, there was not a traditional bidding war between competing promotions like WWE and AEW for Santos Escobar, but rather a tense, high-stake negotiation between him and WWE.
Yeah, so bidding war. Bidding war.
His contract, yeah, that's what it was. But it
wasn't
his contract
between,
expired.
His contract expired, and WWE is trying to get into a bidding war because they knew once he was gone, he was either going to CMLL or AEW. Yeah, they bid against themselves. They really did bid against themselves. And with his injury, it's messed up that they released him during his injury. Once he's healthy, CMLL would be the perfect fit for him with how big
he is in the
Mexico wrestling scene. Zoe Stark, whatever. Doesn't shock me. She was terrible. I don't understand what they saw. Like, I remembered when she was in NXT, they were hyping her up and all this. I saw her wrestling. I don't know what they saw.
Yeah, I didn't like her in-ring abilities.
Yeah, and she was a part of that awful Pure Fusion Collective group. Oh my god, that was so bad. They were jobbers. Her, Shayna Baszler, and Daria or Sonya Deville. That was awful. They were jobbers. Oh, terrible. The music was terrible. The group was terrible. It was clear they made that group just to try to get Zoe Starks over.
100%.
And
that's
failed.
Definitely what that was for.
And look, no, this is no offense to the woman herself. I've never met her. I'm just saying, I'm just not a fan of your work in the ring. I don't care what else happens. I'm just saying this. It's not in disrespect to you. It's just in disrespect of your work. I'm not burying the person here. I'm burying the art. You know, some people like one thing. Some people like the other thing. And to me, when it comes to Zoe Stark, it's just, you know, it really is not a shock to me that she was on the cut list. But what really angers me, she was out. She had that brutal knee injury where she landed so awkwardly. And I think it was Kairi Sane who either was too far away or she had one of the worst injuries ever.
It was gruesome.
I remember her shrieking as well when she got hurt and the doctor was checking in on her. Not the worst injury I've ever seen because Hayabusa, if you want to go look up that injury, where Hayabusa was doing like a moonsault and landed right in his forehead and paralyzed him. Right in there. This was during FMW. That was one of the worst injuries ever. But she got hurt in your ring. And releasing her, I don't care if she's ready for a comeback. You don't release somebody.
That looks bad on WWE for doing that, man. That's not cool.
And they did the same thing with Carl Anderson last year. When him and Gallows got fired for the 10 billionth time in WWE.
Yep.
It's just unacceptable. Like Zoe Starks, that one doesn't shock me. Doesn't shock me. Not one bit.
I wasn't surprised by that one either. But I still say you don't do it while she's injured from competing in your ring.
Yep. And to be honest, those were all the names I'm trying to remember here. So we got Alba, Alistair, Andre, Apollo, Bo, Developmental, who cares? Dante Chen, who cares? Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Kairi Sane, Luca Crificiano, Malik Blade, who cares? Motor City Machine Guns, Nikki Cross, Santos Escobar, who cares? Zelina Vega, Zoe Stark. Yeah, we got through all the releases here. I think there are more coming, by the way.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some more names dropped too. I really do.
I really hate that. I'm guessing.
I also want to chime in on this, like with all these releases and how many stars they've called up from NXT, they have really done harm to the NXT show too. They've basically cleared out the NXT roster pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, everyone's going to a majority of them are going to SmackDown, obviously.
Yep. Even Blake Monroe, we didn't think and she got called up.
Yep. And I've been disappointed with Blake Monroe's tenure in NXT, to be honest with you. I mean, there could be more call-ups as well. I mean, I could see Jada Uso going to Jada Parker. Whatever, it's Jada Uso. Jay Uso basically tweeted out that the rumors are true with the both of them, so I call him Jada Uso.
And then I also Fatal Influence with JC Jane. I saw that.
You called that. Yep.
When I was like, okay, maybe they're trying to do it. And look, they're trying to make that women's tag division get on the scene again, but good luck to him.
Yeah. Here's what I wanted to see with you. If another wave comes soon, which I do think is coming, I don't think this is going to be the last of names, and I swear if they do another mass release today of more names, we'll have to go and do a recording on that as well. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But what other names could you see being cut?
B-Fab, Mia Mishin.
Mia Yim?
Mia Yim, I could see her. Let me see who else. Who else could I think could get cut? I those are the two names right off the top of my head that I really think, because they've done nothing with them.
Yeah, I could see that. Other names I could see being cut, by the way. The Creed brothers are obviously on the list. Where the hell have they been?
Yeah, exactly. They've been nowhere.
No, I can't even remember where the heck they've been, to be honest with you. And I have a fear as well. I don't think they're going to do it. But after that match on SmackDown where Julia lost the United States Championship, I fear they're going to release Julia. I have a real fear because it's clear they prefer Kiana James over Julia.
Yeah, they love Kiana James over. And I also Chelsea Green, man.
I hope those are... If Chelsea Green's gone, they got to get rid of Matt Cardona. They have to be getting rid of Matt Cardona, right?
Oh, yeah, right? That's what you would figure, but he just signed with them again, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but so did Santos Escobar, and look at where he's at.
True that.
I could see Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza maybe being let go. Yeah. Ivy Nile, wherever the hell she is, I could see her being let go, which sucks because Ivy Nile's underrated as all heck. I'm trying to think who else could be going. Because I think more names are coming.
I'm trying to. I feel like there's another tag. Fraxium. I think they could let them go.
I hope not. I love Fraxium, but WWE doesn't care about tag teams. Obviously,
does not care about them. So there definitely could be a team that could go.
There's plenty of other names I could see being let go here. I don't think this is the end, and this won't be the last mass. This won't be the last big massive waves of cuts. That these aren't going away.
Yeah, they're not going away no time soon.
And with all, I could even see some performance center names being let go as well, like those that caught. I gotta mention that. Man, I really wish Apollo wasn't released because he was a clear example of someone who I would have named. God, I feel awful. This is something interesting as well. I want to bring up. This is according to. I'm trying to find out. Sean Ross Sapp messaged us saying that apparently there was no meeting with WWE talent with this mass wave of releases. And I don't know what to say.
Neither do I. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And the names on the list, I really can't, Kyrie Zane is the real big one that I'm just...
Aleister Black. Aleister Black was the one that stunned me. I did not see...
As much as they were using him...
You just signed him to a deal a year ago. That one came out of freaking nowhere. I
really thought we was going to get the Asuka Io Sky match and Kyrie Zane flip at Backlash. That's what I thought they were getting ready to do, and then they pull this.
Yeah, and the fact, like I said earlier on this show, the fact that they did this release for SmackDown, and I really don't know what else to say. I really don't. It's just crazy to me. But hey, we got Danhausen on SmackDown, everybody. Laugh!
Danhausen.
SmackDown's a joke. Really is. That goes to show how much they care about SmackDown, by the way. That hours.
They definitely need to move it back to 2 hours instead of 3 hours. 3 hours.
Oh God, yeah.
It's not needed.
It's awful. It is absolutely awful. And another thing I gotta say as well, if you're posting about fake releases on social media, wherever you are in this world, or if you're posting about like fake this, fake that, or laughing about these people's releases, do us all a favor and block us on social media, or don't like, you guys are the problem. Don't mock these people for their releases.
Yeah, these are their job. This is their livelihood. This is how they're taking care of their family.
And don't report fake releases. That's just unacceptable.
Yeah, exactly. There's enough fake news out there anyway, guys.
Yeah, treat these people with dignity.
Exactly.
Like, as much as like went after Zelina for what she said earlier with like, oh, I wish I reported first, and Sean Ross Sapp shouldn't have reported it. I wanted to say it first. He's reported. Stop it. But
exactly, that's how he makes his family livelihood.
Yeah. Look, to those released, just know there are options for you.
Yeah,
this
and we're
isn't
pulling
the
for
end.
you.
This isn't the end. I mean, look at how Matt Cardona was the indie god and the independents. Shotzi's actually getting big in the independent scene too.
Yeah, Shotzi's blowing up, man.
She's blowing up in the independent.
And Karrion Kross is doing well right now too, to be
Correct.
honest.
Well, to be honest, Karrion Kross is not in AEW because there is a rumor that Don Callis, and I don't know what was going on there. There's a story out there that Don Callis assaulted Scarlett.
Oh man.
I'm not putting any more words in my mouth. This is just what I've read on different platforms, because there was a weird situation where Callis was let go when both of them were there, and something happened between Callis and Scarlett where I don't know if he harassed her or something like that. I don't know what happened there, but something happened between the two of them. And with Callis obviously being elite and in AEW, obviously they're not going to go to AEW. So that's why they aren't there.
All right.
But I really do wish these guys and these gals nothing but the best.
Yeah, we would definitely nothing but the best in your future endeavors, guys. You guys will find work and you guys will be successful.
Yep, 100%. That's pretty much all I want to say out of this video. I hope there is no more releases that come out. Go ahead and put your social media out there.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for us, and you can catch me on the X at SportsJunkie17, Jerry Harkins on Facebook, Naptown Sports Plug on YouTube, and you can always find all my articles and content on TotalApexSports.com. You just got to look for Jerry Harkins. And remember, we go live for the Wrestling Podcast every Thursday on YouTube at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. You can find me on social media. Just look up my name, Nicholas Smolik. You can find me on there. Don't forget as well to go to, if I can do this correctly, because I am learning here. Right over here. Yep. For more information, tune into TotalApexSports.com. If you want to go look up other content on there, you can. Just do us all a favor. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more Total Apex podcasts. Later on today, there will be coverage of the NFL draft.
Definitely.
If you want to go watch that, you can. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch with us. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Later, guys.
Bye-bye.